It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. Hey, now take a good look at the channel. New black soprano, grand like a piano, equipped with plenty of ammo. Couple years ago was educating on the panels, nigga flying out the Nam game and hoes like it's Namco. Pity the fool, these niggas obtuse. I push threads off top like my name was Abdul. Had shouted screaming at me like she bumping Ja Rule. I bust down on the road, let fuck a ride to school. I make content, but y'all content with the bullshit. Y'all watch shit that ain't hitting you with no sources. Coming at the dirty bitch was playing in them sewages. My steward, it just came and gave me a plate full of swordfish. Full-fledged rapper, preacher, trooper to the pulpit. Genuine spirit, I been dancing with that broomstick. Move switch, my rain. Crew switch, new team, my flow high butane. I float like Luke Kane. Bicycle kick in my city, my niggas know me well. All I want is my liberty like that broken bell. I broke the shell, they sold for sale. My heart cold like polar bear. Solar flare, my opponent. Opposition push up dirt. I'm from a town where we always heard guns go burst. I had dreams of the ride, got my button up shirt, my pink polo. My homie used to smoke on purpose, no emotions, only motion. I'ma be coasting. Street sign, nigga posted. Fuck all the boasting. Me time, don't approach them. Get you some coaching before you get your ass roasted. Nigga, it's Nolan. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. In this particular video, we're going to be getting into the Rory and Maul podcast, as Maul has come out and issued a very strange, backhanded sort of apology to Demaris. Now, we didn't cover the original story over here. There was just other things that I decided to get into other than this whole Drake Demaris thing that happened. So a little over a week ago, Drake posted Demaris on his plot twist page, basically trying to point out hypocrisy or double-mindedness that she's expressing on the podcast, because when she goes into the Roy and Maul show, she's pretty much been countering a lot of Maul's points, kind of leaning into Kendrick Lamar. Now, it's well known that she is not the biggest Kendrick Lamar fan. However, based on the fact that Maul is just strictly Drake to the point of, disgust, that Demaris basically plays the role of, although I do fuck with Drake, you doing too much. And here's all of the reasons why you're doing too much, right? She can acknowledge that Drake does pilfer people's styles and things of that nature. So Drake posted a clip of Demaris calling him like a culture vulture or whatever. But then on her TikTok, she turned around and posted a video of herself like singing along to the Gimme a Hug record. So let me go ahead and just pull that since I didn't cover it. And I'll correct myself. The culture vulture comment was on another thing. This one was about the music not being for women, right? So she came out and said that the hoes ain't really rocking with this Some Sexy Songs for You project. But then she turned around and was kind of rocking with it on TikTok.
Songs are not for women. Look at what is being said in the songs. They weren't writing this like, oh, the hoes gonna love this.
I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby. I miss you.
Now, you'll notice that the beat and everything has been taken out. That's for copyright purposes. I just stripped it down to the acapella, but you see the gist of it. She's singing along. She's doing, she's trying to be all cute and shit, you know what I mean? And whatever. But basically, they're trying to expose Demaris as a fraud, as a liar, that she's just saying this stuff for engagement or whatever. And this ended up sparking quite a bit of debate and discourse online, to where Demaris even got called out by Drake stans. One of the captains of the Drake Stan Club, or at least a new captain that they have, is this young lady by the name of Portia DeShannon, who came online and kind of told her to stay on Kendrick's side. Demaris crashed out in response. It wasn't really a good look for her. So we'll go ahead and pull that up too, just for additional context. But in the original post, Maul posted laughing emojis in the comments, basically co-signing that Demaris looked a little bit crazy, rather than, maybe just sitting it out in solidarity with his co-host or even defending her in the comments, but instead he chose to laugh at it, right?
It was something about her foundation shade and the fact that she flat ironed her bundles on 25 degrees that really chapped my ass. And being that I'm sitting here on my couch rubbing my feet together like a moon cricket, today I have time. Now, being that you run a TikTok stand page that's dedicated to a man that wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire, I wouldn't expect you to know this. But my job as a producer and a mic on an entertainment podcast is to garner conversation from clips, which is why you're stitching something that I said a year ago without context. Damn, I'm good at my job. I should ask for a raise. You probably shouldn't have put me in that corner while having your face in the screen, because it actually made you look worse than you already made yourself look when you mixed shade Despicable Me and shade Ghastly Ghost and painted it on your face.
Demaris. Careful. Your insecurities are showing. Now, I would respond directly to you, but seeing how you blocked me, I can't. Anywho, that response was a choice. A very long-winded foundation shade obsessed choice nonetheless, but it was a choice. I, on the other hand, am going to choose differently. See, here's the thing. I don't do the whole tearing black women down over looks thing. That's just not my ministry. You won't catch me in the trenches of insecurity, swinging at edges and undertones like it's a boxing match. Unlike you, I don't need to attack someone's appearance to check them, boo. I can do it with the truth alone. You went straight to the makeup aisle instead of the facts, and that tells me everything I need to know about you. Speaking of truth, you said you create conversation garnering content, right? So basically, you say things you don't even believe just to keep the lights on? So you're clip farming? Ugh, that's embarrassing. Imagine selling your integrity for a check and then bragging about it on the internet. Couldn't be me, boo. Meanwhile, I say what I actually think. And the lights, well, they stay on just fine. I mean, it must be exhausting, huh? Waking up every day and thinking, what outrageous thing can I pretend to believe so that I can afford my Wi-Fi today? My opinions, on the other hand, are fully funded and no performance necessary. And despite what you might think, I'm not out here making content to be noticed by a man. Imagine going through life doing everything for the male gaze. That's Gaze, in case you needed help with that. As a woman with her own mind, I don't have to do that, boo. Meanwhile, you just admitted that you have to. You sit in a studio full of men and say whatever they tell you to just so you can collect a check. I agree, girl. You do need a raise. A raise in character, a raise in morals, a raise in integrity, a raise in values. But you know what? Keep it up. Play your role. Just don't get mad when people call you out for reading a script instead of having a backbone. So yeah, call me a ghastly ghost if you want. I'd rather be a ghastly ghost than a cowardly lion, shaking in my boots saying whatever pays the most, but too afraid to stand on it, which is why you blocked me. See how I checked you and didn't have to say anything about your looks? Very ladylike, very demure.
So this is just a little background information for those that may have missed it, or just the fact that I didn't talk about it or what have you. So these are things that transpired over the last couple weeks. Demaris ended up taking that video down of her responding to Portia. Therefore, that's why I don't have the full thing, because I guess she got so embarrassed by her actions, or maybe she felt like she probably just shouldn't have kept it up for her own brand or image purposes. It's no longer online, or at least it's no longer on her page for me to get. So all of that transpired. Drake posts her, laughs at her, calls her, in so many inferences, says that she's a hypocrite. Portia says that she says whatever they tell her to say on the podcast to keep the lights on. I don't believe that Demaris is following a script by any means. I feel like she just feels the need to be objective rather than speak strictly from a fan standpoint, and at least speak with a certain level of facts, despite the fact that she still enjoys Drake's music. Now, I do understand for some people, it's hard to understand why a person would critique somebody and still enjoy them. But I tell y'all, I do it all the time on my motherfucking channel. Just because I critique you don't mean I don't like you or hate you. You know what I'm saying? And I still give your music a chance. But, I can't speak for Demaris. All I can do is give y'all the information. So because Maul laughed at Demaris with the Drake post, they now had an awkward interaction on the podcast in which Maul tries to say, well, I'm sorry if I made you feel a way about laughing at you because, your energy is coming across differently, which I'm sure it probably has, because Roy and Maul, I mean, they kind of stick up for each other, you know what I'm saying, on the podcast. But I guess Demaris didn't get the same amount of grace, y'all see what happened to Julian. Julian ain't there no more. So I'm hoping that Demaris isn't next in line to leave, because that would be crazy. Not trying to stir that up, but it seems like there is a little bit of tension, maybe creative differences going on in the Rory and Maul podcast studio. But here's the clip of Maul's apology, so-called apology to Demaris.
While we're here, I do want to apologize last week because you were upset at me because I laughed at a post, and I didn't want you to think that I was laughing at you. I was laughing at the post because we had just laughed about the post. So I don't want you to think that it's not love. It's always love from me to you. I love you and I support you. I just thought that the post was funny because we said that it was going to end up being a post. Well, Rory said it was going to end up being a post. So I want to apologize publicly.
Do you feel like you did something wrong?
No, I didn't feel like I told him.
So then why are you apologizing?
Because you felt like I did something wrong.
I told you that?
Well, your energy spoke to me.
Damn, my energy spoke to you?
Yeah, I'm an energy reader.
It's his love language.
Yeah, I'm an energy reader. I read energy well. I read energy. So, they brought it to my attention. Me and Rory spoke about it. And I was like, but I didn't do anything wrong. Like, I have that thing in me. I know when I'm doing something. I think any healthy mental person knows when they're doing something wrong. At no point did I think what I did was wrong. So when me and Rory spoke about it, I was like, yo, but what did I laughed. I got laughed at. Nobody got laughed at in 2024 more than me. Nobody. I was laughed at more than anybody on the planet Earth last year.
I ain't laugh at you though.
What?
I laughed. Hold on, wait. I laughed at you to your face. I wouldn't
But
go
I
on
couldn't
nobody.
laugh at you to your face because we weren't together when that happened.
But you had already laughed. Pooh, you had already laughed at me to my face about it. We had already had that conversation.
And then when it made a post, when the post was made, which Rory said it probably was going to end up being a post, I was laughing at that. Like, so it was just I thought we were all laughing together.
I have a question.
Okay.
If when niggas was saying disrespectful shit about you and making fun of you on the internet, if I laughed, if I had hashtag DJ Head, if I had retweeted that and laughed, would I have a job?
Yeah.
Okay. This has been another episode of
You've laughed at me on the internet before.
No, I have not. Not when it came to all that shit, people calling you a dick rider and all that shit. No,
but that's where I think we was on a different page, because I didn't think that post was disrespectful. Nobody said nothing disrespectful about you. It was just kind of like laughing at the wish-washy switch side, and it was like that energy. But it wasn't like.
See, this is what makes Drake so effective at what it is that he be trying to do. And when I say effective at what he be trying to do, is this fits into his MO like a fucking perfect puzzle piece. Once again, we just saw this shit with the Joe Budden podcast where he picked out Melissa Ford and big upped her while shitting on the rest of the podcast, right? But it's always targeting women and using them in some type of manipulative way, right? When it's concerning somebody else. So then when it comes to Demaris, it's like, okay, you've been playing both sides, and clearly Drake don't like that, right? He just made a post about people hitting his phone and he ain't answering back and all of this different shit, and he been talking about fake friends and people that switch sides on him for the past year. So he's like, nah, I don't want you criticizing me on the podcast and then turning around and listening to me on TikTok. Nah, we not riding with that. So I'm gonna post you on my plot twist page, which clearly on the plot twist page, he's posted a lot of different women. He posted Lucian Grange's fucking stepdaughter. You know what I'm saying? He posted a lot of folks for his own little purposes, right? So then she gets attacked online, and I'm not saying necessarily that Demaris is in the right, because although I do believe she is entitled to listen to whatever she wants and to display whatever she wants on social media, there is a certain level of duplicity that everybody's not going to accept, right? Especially if they see you going hard at Maul and Maul is holding down Team Drake, they're going to say, nah, you riding with K-Dot, right? Not to say that you got to live by that, because I don't even live by that. I'm a fan of hip hop. I love Kendrick. He's my favorite out of everybody that we talk about on a daily basis, but I'm going to listen to everybody for the most part. Even if it's just to be abreast of like what's out so that we could talk about it, critique it, whatever. But you do have to know that when you go out there and put that out, people were going to have a certain response because of a certain perception. Then you crashed out on that girl, and instead of defending your stance, you took personal jabs at her appearance, which was uncalled for. So clearly you felt convicted in your spirit to have to insult her rather than just say, I'm gonna listen to what the fuck I want to. Y'all ain't gonna change that. Because that's how I would have responded to the situation. Y'all ain't gonna change me, goddamn. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want on my platform. Right? But as she's having this conversation with Maul, you can see that he don't feel like he did shit wrong, which, hey, that's his opinion. But again, the camaraderie in the room is what's being diluted. Whatever sense of camaraderie they have that keeps this show going, now it's slowly deteriorating. You just saw within the last month, one co-host chop off the block. Now we have tension between herself and Maul, and now this is going to be watched with a microscope to see, okay, how does this dynamic continue to work from here on out? So now anytime they have a disagreement, another discussion, another debate, it's going to be like, the clock is now winding down until Demaris is tired of dealing with Maul's shit. When is she going to leave? And she even asked and said, if during the battle and everybody was talking shit about you, clowning you, disrespecting you, calling you a dick rider, all this shit, if I was the one publicly participating in the laughter and criticism of you, would I still have a job? She believes that she wouldn't, right? Which is a power dynamic in the room because it's not her show. She's just a third wheel in the room.
Oh, this fucking girl's a fucking, get her out of here. She's a fucking clit rider.
Even after the second post, you still didn't feel that way.
What was the second post?
I got posted again.
Did you?
Yes, I did. Another out of context clip.
Oh yeah, I laughed at that, but I didn't laugh on the post though. Because that wasn't that. It was like, oh, it's just another post. But the first post I laughed at because we had just spoke about that being a post. But it wasn't like, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at the post. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't feel like I did nothing wrong. But because you felt like I did something wrong, I have to apologize and let you know that it wasn't a personal laughing at Demaris thing. It was just laughing at that becoming a post. That's all that was. Got it? Oh, do you accept my apology?
Sure.
No. We ain't doing sure. We ain't doing sure. Do you, Demaris?
She gave you an answer.
Accept my apology.
I don't know what you want from me.
I'm asking you, do you accept my apology?
I don't know why I don't know. We have been in this office how many times since that happened?
Once.
And how many hours? How many hours?
That was only one time.
That we were off camera that you could have did this apology. That's number one. Number two, you're not sorry.
I saw you one time since that happened.
You're not sorry because you don't think that you
I didn't say sorry.
wrong.
I said I apologize. It's a difference. I'm never sorry.
So then what's the definition of I apologize? What are you apologetic for?
I'm apologizing if you took what I did as something that was like,
weird.
Laughing at you. Not that it was weird. Like, laughing isn't weird. I just laughed at a post. Like, that's not, I laugh at everything. I laugh at shit about me. Like, I laugh. Okay. But it wasn't, but because you took it personally and you took it like I was laughing at you, I have to clear that up and let you know, like, no, I wasn't laughing at you. I was laughing at that actually becoming a post after we spoke about it becoming a post. That's all it was.
Okay.
And we only saw each other once after that happened.
I saw you Wednesday and I saw you Thursday. And today is Monday.
So I saw you twice?
This is the third time. You also have my phone number.
Yeah, but I got to apologize publicly. I can't,
So then the apology's not for me. It's for...
No, it's for you.
Okay.
But I'm apologizing because it was something that was public. It was a public post that you felt a way about. So I have to apologize publicly to you.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I could have called you behind the scenes like, yo, my bad. But that don't really... It's like, no, but nigga, you still laughing on the post though. So I could have done that, but then I would have had to apologize publicly as well. So I'm just apologizing publicly because I don't want you to feel like I was laughing at you. I'm never laughing at you. And if it was something disrespecting you, I would have never laughed at it.
Okay.
But I didn't think that was disrespecting you. I thought it was just a funny post. So I laughed. Okay?
Got
All
it.
love. This has been another beautiful episode. Why are you looking like that, man?
Well,
You're looking like a nigga in HR that's just trying to sit there and watch two coworkers. Nothing's on your computer. Pull up nothing all day on your laptop. Close your laptop. You didn't pull up shit. Close that fucking laptop. But another
Sending a
beautiful
tweet.
episode. We'll talk to y'all in a couple days. Be safe. Be blessed. I'm that nigga. He's just Ginger. And I just laughed.
The countdown to the time bomb is ticking. We shall see how long they continue to run the show in its current iteration with the current cast of characters that they have in a sanctimonious way. It does not seem that Demaris is very satisfied. You could tell by the look on her face, the way that she continued to question him, and the fact that he said he's not sorry, although he's apologizing. I think that's very interesting for a person to say, I'm never sorry, but I'm apologizing. That is a different level of manipulation. That is a different level of gaslighting I've never seen. To use the word apologize and then say, well, I'm not sorry, but I apologize. Damn. But I know there's going to be some niggas out there that can identify with that. They're not going to like that. They're going to say I'm pandering. They're going to say I'm soft. They're going to say I'm a simp. I just saying I was never taught the level of niggerdom of saying I apologize while not being sorry. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you acknowledging a wrong, even if in your mind you don't think you're wrong, but you can acknowledge that it was wrong, like, is there any remorse? Or is it just, well, since you took it that way, I apologize? That's not actually an apology, but whatever. More power to them, more continued success to them, you know, as they continue to go. But I do think that changes are afoot for that podcast. Now, what or when, we'll just have to see. Let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. Be sure to subscribe, become an insider, and I will catch y'all on the next one. All right? Much love and respect, y'all. Peace. King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef for computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. With drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden, they tell me they proud of me. I've been dropping these haters like calories. Cross them out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.